Hi, I'm Janae Claiborne. Welcome to Sweet Potato Soul. I know that there are so many people who are concerned and confused about getting enough protein on a vegan diet, but I'm here to show you that it actually can be done. You can eat upwards of 100 grams of vegan protein in a day without using any protein powders. Today, in this video, I'm gonna take you through my day of what I ate to get so much protein. Oh, you do have my cookbook in stock? Great, thanks, bye. Have you ordered my cookbook, Vegan Vibes, yet? You're gonna love this book. It's got 100 delicious vegan recipes that are inspired by the South, by my travels all around the world, and just like good food. You know what I'm saying? Order today. The recommended amount of protein for the average woman is only 55 grams of protein, but depending on your health goals, you might want to get more. I recommend speaking to a nutritionist or a personal trainer or even your doctor to narrow down your goals and figure out how much protein you actually do need. Because the truth is, you'll need different amounts of protein based on your own body, your activity levels, whether or not you're pregnant. There's all these factors that come into play to determine how much food you should be eating, and from that, how much protein you should be getting from those foods. So speak to a professional. This video is just meant to serve to show you how I do it and show you it's actually not that difficult. All right, you guys, of course, let's start with the most important meal of the day, breakfast. For breakfast this morning and almost every single morning, especially during the weekday, I have a nice bowl of oatmeal. Now I'm a little bit tired of rolled oats right now. That texture, that mushy texture, it's just not doing it for me right now. So I have been making steel cut oats in the Instant Pot almost every morning for weeks. I love steel cut oats because they are chewier, they're more firm, and they're so easy to make in the Instant Pot. I don't have to worry about burning them on the stove when I walk away to get my daughter ready for school. I like to eat a lot, especially for breakfast, and believe it or not, a half a cup of raw steel cut oats, which is about the equivalent of what I ate this morning, has 10 grams of plant-based protein. People are always overlooking whole grains as a good source of vegan protein, but it's actually a pretty significant, amazing source of protein. So eat your whole grains. You want to eat whole grains over highly refined processed grains, because not only are whole grains like steel cut oats and rolled oats rich in protein, they're also a very amazing source of fiber. And to be completely honest, in the United States, more people need to worry about not eating enough fiber than not eating enough protein. That even goes for most plant-based eaters and vegans. As you'll see as we go through this video, if you just cook at home, make sure to eat lots of whole grains, legumes, vegetables, things like that, you're gonna easily get plenty of protein, and you're gonna get a lot of fiber too. Fiber is famously important for your digestion, also heart health, but it's also tied in with all the functionings of your body, even hormonal health. Fiber is essential to a healthy human, so make sure you're eating loads of that every day. And you'll see if you're eating a vegan diet and eating wholesome, it's actually super duper easy to do. Now, of course, I didn't just eat my oatmeal plain out of the Instant Pot. I added some things to it. I added soy milk, almond butter, and flaxseed. That's in addition to the maple syrup, cinnamon, and fruit that I also added, but I'm not tracking protein for those little things. Already in this little humble and delicious bowl of oatmeal, I consumed 19.3 grams of protein, and we're only on breakfast. Throughout the day, I love to eat a healthy snack. Now, I wake up pretty early, so I eat my breakfast around 7:30 in the morning, and then by the time I leave tennis or yoga, your girl is hungry. I need to eat right after I finish being active and exercising. And my favorite go-to healthy, high-protein snack is edamame. Edamame is soybeans in the pod. If you've gone to a Japanese restaurant, you've probably seen edamame. It is so delicious and it's easy to make. Now, I buy my edamame in frozen bags from Costco. You can get it pretty much in any grocery store. And you simply boil the edamame for about 7 minutes. Drain it, pop them in your mouth. Absolutely delicious and so rich in protein. Just one small bag of edamame contains 12 grams of protein. And while we're on the subject of snacks, let's talk about the other things that I love to snack on throughout the day. I love fresh fruit. I eat it all day, every day, late at night, early in the morning, in between. I love it. And right now, I'm really loving all these fresh berries. I put them on my oatmeal this morning, and I also snack on them throughout the day. And it is also orange season. I love oranges. My mom says that when she was pregnant with me, all she craved was oranges. So maybe that's why I crave them all the time as well. Believe it or not, fresh fruit does contain some protein. I calculated that I got 3 grams of protein from my fresh fruit today. That's a couple oranges, a handful of raspberries, and a handful of strawberries. Not bad for some fruit. An hour or so after my snack, it was time for lunch. Today I had sweet potato chickpea curry. I've been craving this curry for weeks. It's a new recipe on my blog, and I will link it down below, or you can find it by searching sweet potato Soul chickpea curry. It'll pop right up. It's the bomb. So full of flavor. It's got sweet potatoes and chickpeas, and it is rich in protein, you guys. In the amount of chickpea curry that I ate, I calculated 14.5 grams of protein. Chickpeas and other beans are a fantastic source of protein, and they're so easy to make, they're so versatile, and they're very, very inexpensive. We love that too. Of course, I didn't just have that chickpea curry alone with no rice. I ate it with brown rice. Now, when you're choosing rice and you're trying to optimize for protein, go with a wholesome rice like brown rice, black rice, or red rice. These have higher amounts of protein than white rice. Not only are wholesome forms of rice higher in protein, but they also are rich in fiber and other phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are like the antioxidants that you get from eating plants. So eat the wholesome version over the highly processed, refined version. You'll get more out of it. And I also had a kale salad. I love kale, believe it or not. Vegetables like kale also have protein in them. I had 2 cups of massaged kale, fresh from the farmer's market, and that gave me 2 grams of protein. Now, I did something to my kale to make it even higher in protein. I added one of my favorite ingredients, one of every vegan's favorite ingredients, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a powder. It's from an inactive yeast. It's very tasty. It has a nutty, umami, cheesy flavor, and it's delicious when you put it on top of any salad. But it's also a good source of plant-based protein. Who knew? Just 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast has 2.5 grams of protein, and that's as much as I used for my kale salad. Now, you can add more or you can add less. Nutritional yeast is so delicious. It makes your vegetables like kale, broccoli, even collard greens taste amazing. So if you're not already eating nutritional yeast, you gotta go get you some. Now, for my entire lunch, my massaged kale salad with nutritional yeast and my chickpea curry over brown rice, I calculated 22 grams of protein. And it was so easy to do. That chickpea curry was leftover. That's an easy recipe that you can add to meal prep. Eat it throughout the week. Easy, high protein vegan meal. Now we are moving on to dinner, honey. I love dinner. I love every meal. I love food. I just love to eat. And it's really fun to track my macros and see how much protein I actually ate, because I usually don't do this, because I know that if I eat enough food to feel nourished and energetic and full, satiated, then I've eaten enough food. I'm not a big data numbers person. I'm a feelings girl, you know what I mean? However, it is so interesting when I actually sit down and calculate how much protein I actually eat in a day. It's surprising. It's always more than I expected. Now, for dinner, I had some leftover collard greens. These came from the farmer's market as well, and they were cooked with nutritional yeast, which is Baby J's favorite way of making collard greens. Now, for the collard greens, I calculated about 5 grams of protein. That's between the cooked collard greens and the nutritional yeast, 2 actually impressive sources of vegan protein. And how nice is it to know that you can also get protein from these other foods like veggies and fruits? Pretty nice. You don't just have to eat tofu. Not necessary. But speaking of tofu, I did have tofu for dinner, and I love this tofu. This is a new recipe. Actually, did I do a video? Yes, I think I did. YouTube video. Yes, I did. I had my delicious garlic gochujang marinated tofu. Y'all, I recently shared this recipe in a YouTube video, and it's also on the blog. I'll link both down below, or you can search Sweet Potato Soul tofu marinades on Google and it will pop up. Love this recipe. It is so easy to whip this marinade together. You put tofu in it, let it marinate overnight. You can marinate it for a few days to make it even more flavorful. And you can cook it by baking, you can grill it, you can pan fry it, you can eat it raw. It's so delicious, even raw. I basically made a bowl with those leftover collard greens, quinoa, another good source of protein, the marinated tofu, sweet potato, and I topped it all off with a miso dressing, miso sauce. It is so delicious. I love eating bowls like this, especially with all my leftovers. Y'all, I didn't have to cook anything fresh for this except for the quinoa, which is so easy. You just fluff it up. Oh, I also cooked the sweet potatoes fresh, but they're so easy too. And like I said, all the recipes will be linked down below, or you can go straight to my blog, sweetpotatosoul.com, to find them all. But I made this delicious bowl. Oh, I want to eat it right now, actually. I'm going to have to have it again. It's very delicious. But anyway, the total for protein, let's break it down for you to see how much protein that I got for dinner, and then we'll add it all up and see how much I got for the entire day. In just the collard greens, I calculated 5 grams of protein. Then we have 1 cup of quinoa, which has 8 grams of protein. I ate about a third of a block of tofu, which is crazy. It has 15 grams of protein. I'm always still surprised by how much protein tofu has. I eat so much tofu, y'all. I love tofu. If you're concerned about soy and tofu, check out the video I made about that. But it turns out tofu and other soy products are good for you. Just want to make sure to get the minimally processed versions, organic, all that good stuff. And they're versatile, they're delicious, and they're good for you. The sweet potato, had 3 grams of protein, y'all. 3 grams of protein in a sweet potato. Who knew? I knew. Now I know. Now you know. Now we all know. And finally, that tahini sauce that I topped it all off with, 2.6 grams of protein. So my total protein in my dinner had 32.6 grams of protein. We just keep going up and up, don't we? We started with the 19 for breakfast, 22 for lunch. Now we're already at 32 for dinner. Now let's add all that up and see how much protein I ate throughout this whole entire day. In total, I consumed 90.9 grams of protein. No protein powders at all, just delicious, wholesome, home-cooked, humble, nothing fancy, humble food, y'all. Now, I want to show you how you can actually up that to get 100 grams of protein. Because at the end of the day, I looked at my numbers and I was like, oh, it would have been so fun to get 100. But to be completely honest with you, by the end of this day, I ate dinner at 6 p.m., 6:30 or so. I didn't go to sleep till 10:30, and in that time, I had no desire to eat anything else. I just drank water and went to sleep. Now, sometimes I will drink a turmeric latte before bed, 2 hours before I go to sleep. But this day, going 10 grams over in my protein, I wasn't even hungry for that, y'all. And y'all know how much I love my turmeric latte. However, if you really want to get to 100 grams of protein, I'm going to tell you how to do it without having to eat an extra meal. Instead, you can just add a few extra little ingredients throughout your day into what you're already eating to up your protein even more. I don't know why I didn't think of this, but going forward, I will be doing this. Add 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds to your morning oatmeal. Or if you have cereal, you can add it to the cereal. If you have a smoothie, add it to that. Hemp seeds are a rich source of protein. Just 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds has 3.3 grams of protein in it. And when you eat it, it's not going to make you feel extra full or bloated or anything like that. It's an easy way to add more protein to your meal without overloading your stomach, basically. Another thing, I could have added a 1/4 cup of almonds to my snack throughout the day. Like when I was driving home from tennis, I could have been eating a 1/4 cup of almonds. Usually I'll take almonds or I'll take edamame in the car with me. But just 1/4 cup of raw almonds contains 6 grams of protein. And a quarter cup of almonds is not that much. It's like a little handful. That's it. So you can easily add that to your day. If you want to amp up the protein, you can eat it while you're driving, going about your day on the computer, minding your business. And lastly, I want to talk about that nightcap that I mentioned, my turmeric latte. I love this recipe. Turmeric lattes, it's not really a latte. We call it that for like search engine optimizations because just everybody calls it that. But it's really golden milk, and this comes from India. It is delicious. It's made with turmeric, fresh ginger, cardamom, black pepper, all these anti-inflammatory spices. They're not just great for inflammation in your body, but it's also very soothing to your gut, helps you relax. And if you have any digestive issues throughout the day, turmeric latte might just solve them. I know for me, it always takes away any gassiness or any discomfort that I might have. Now, I make my turmeric latte with soy milk. Soy milk has 8 grams of protein per cup. So just 1 cup of soy milk along with the turmeric latte, spices, and ginger gives you 8 grams of protein. I usually drink a cup of this about 2 hours before bed, but you can enjoy this throughout the day anytime. And by the way, yes, you can add coffee, specifically espresso, to it, and it is the bomb. If I had only eaten these 3 extra things, the hemp seeds on my oatmeal, the almonds in the car, just a handful, and the turmeric latte a couple hours before bed, I would have increased my protein consumption by 17.3 grams, bringing my total all the way up to, oh Lord. Okay, now I gotta do the math again, because now, what is it again? Okay. If I would have added the hemp seeds to my oatmeal, the almonds as a quick snack, and the soy milk turmeric latte before bed, I would have increased my total protein consumption to 108.2 grams of protein in a day. It's not that hard. No protein powders, nothing fancy. I made everything at home using regular schmegular ingredients. You can buy nuts, hemp seeds, things like that. Basically any grocery store. It's even cheaper at a place like Costco or Sam's Club. Beans, lentils, tofu, you can buy those things anywhere. Vegetables, fruit, you can get them anywhere. I didn't have to go to anywhere special to get any of these ingredients. And you see, it was not only possible, but it was easy to get so much protein. So if you want to eat more protein, eat more wholesome, plant-based, vegan foods, all the recipes for everything I ate today are in the description box down below, or of course you can head straight to my website, sweetpotatosoul.com, or you can always go to the Google, type in Sweet Potato Soul, and type in whatever you're looking for. Google will bring it up for you, okay? You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get all the protein you need. Now, if you need more help, like I said before, speak to a doctor, a nutritionist, a personal trainer to figure out what are your protein needs and your health goals. I just wanted to show you guys what I do to eat plenty of protein in a day. I am wishing you the best of luck meeting your protein goals. And I hope this video made it a little bit or a lot more easy for you to do just that. If you have any questions or feedback, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Sweet Potato Soul, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button. And I will see you guys next time right here on Sweet Potato Soul. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.